Hello, thank you for joining us tonight. This is your mentor, Valentina, and today I have a great video, and the title I have is 12 Ways a Man Can Attract a Woman on the First Date. So let's get started. I wanted to say that some of the things on the list actually pertain to both men and women. Yes, including me, including myself. Yes. So let's move on. We have here on the list, it could be a code 101, but let's get to it. Okay. So for number one, I have personal hygiene. Yes, still in 2022, you definitely want to take care of these basic needs. The brushing your teeth, doing your hair, bad breath. Yes, we do not want to, of course, see the bad breath on the first date. And something that will be helpful, and I was going to bring up on this video, was the cologne, the perfume. I do have some perfumes, in the back. I'm not going to mention names or brands, but, again, that's going to be based on your budget, And so I'm going to leave it with that on the personal hygiene. Moving on to number two, I have the dress code. Dun, dun, dun. On the dress code, you definitely want to dress to impress. Yes, still in 2022, you want to get the best outfit that you have in your closet. And if you don't have anything decent, you may have to go shopping and invest in something nice, decent. The budget, again, it will depend on your budget, if I was to go out on a date, I'd probably go in my closet and I'd probably spend a whole day in there trying to figure out what am I going to wear. And if I came up with no solutions, I'd probably go out shopping and find something I can rock this body with. Of course, we're trying to look our best on that first date. So definitely dress to impress, okay? Number three, I have be on time for the date. Yes, guys, you definitely want to be on time. If you're calling in, oh, I'm running late, that's not cute. And if you are in a hurry or, running late, you may have to plan this date for a day that you are off work or on a day where you're not busy, okay? You definitely want to plan ahead of time and do not rush her on this first date. We definitely want to see a patient man on the first date. So, you may have to take the day off or plan ahead and be patient with her, okay? You do not want to take her out to the movies or want to take her out to dinner and rush her, She'd be out there choking, and do not rush her on that dinner. Take the time. You want to be able to eat, and enjoy the meal, okay? And so I will leave it with that. And on number four, I have a clean car. Yes, still. It's very important that you have a clean car. Yes, because if I was to get in your car and it's dirty or it smells weird or it's not, it doesn't have to smell like, amazing. But, as long as it's clean, decent, it'll be okay. Okay. So definitely a clean car. And number five, it's a little similar to number four, but it's a little different. Okay, so he opens the doors. Yes, still in 2022, we want to see gentlemen. Yes. And an applause for the gentlemen. Yes. Anyone out there opening doors, yes, they deserve that applause. So that I wanted to add on number five. He opens the doors. Yes. So ladies, if he's opening those doors for you, cheers for them all. Cheers for them all. He's treating you like a queen. All right, so that is awesome. And so moving on to number 6, I have he pays for the date. Yes. So if he's paying for the date, you got yourself a gentleman. Cheers, cheers, cheers. And number 6, he pays for the date. Yes, this is awesome. He is a gentleman. Yes. And also I wanted to add here, if he's paying for the date, and here's the bonus. If he is tipping the waiters, that is a plus. He is a generous man. That says 1,000 words. He has a big heart. So my queens, if your man is actually tipping the waiters in the amount, it doesn't really matter. It could be $5, $10, $15, $20, depending on his budget. It could be $100, as long as he's tipping, that is a bonus. Like that actually speaks 1,000 words. He's a generous man and he's a keeper. He is definitely a keeper. And I have for number 7, I have no kissing, no touching, and no intimacy. All right. I hope you all understand by that intimacy word. Okay. So you may want to, on the kissing, it could be, something, you don't want to come too aggressive on this first date. It could be a hand kissing. I know Mexico, they do this for respect, maybe just a soft kiss on the hand or on the forehead, something just light on this first date, not too aggressive. You don't want to get too physical on this first date. Of course, you're trying to ask questions. You're trying to get to know the other person, and vice versa. You're wanting to ask questions on this date. And so moving on to number 8, I have no cussing. Yes, still in 2022, our manners are very important. Yes. We want to be kind. We want to be nice on this first date, and be careful with our language. Maybe not being too loud, not too aggressive. So if you do end up saying a bad word, cussing, if it may be an issue to you and something comes out of your mouth, you may want to apologize, because you're trying to impress her. And so, and again, a lot of these will go for both men and women. Again, I don't have an issue with that as far as, I'm not going to be out there cussing on my first dates, because that's not me. But again, you may have to apologize on this first date. It's going to speak 1,000 words. It's going to be awesome that you are apologizing, and it's part of being a gentleman or a lady. If I was to go out on a date, I definitely would be careful with my language. And again, I don't have an issue with that, but if I was rude to someone, I would definitely apologize to them if I was just rude or mean. Okay, so moving on to number 9, I have do not talk about your exes. Okay, many of you may still bring them up. Don't bring your baggage from the past into that first date with someone special, okay? Because they might take this personal, and you might end up hurting their feelings. So do not talk about any of your exes on your first date. You want to focus on them, on your present, on your date, on the new woman that God has put in your path, that God has placed in your life. Focus on her and not on your past. Okay. So, and vice versa again, you know. So moving on to number 10, I have compliment her on her looks. Yes, because we know, me as a woman, I mean, we spend a lot of time trying to do our hair, our makeup, our outfits. We go through the whole closet trying to look good and doing our makeup, doing our hair. We spend hours, trying to get ready for a date. So definitely compliment her. You look great. You look amazing. You look so beautiful. And believe me, if she's not in love with you by now, she will be now. And I have number 11. I have no McDonald's. Da-da. Yes, I hate to say this. I don't have an issue with McDonald's, but on the first date, it's just, it's not a good idea. I would actually prefer maybe a little small picnic at the park. You may just have to get some peanut butter sandwiches, or just, it doesn't matter, any sandwiches. It's just the little work or the little effort that you're putting into this date will actually be best or be better than just taking her to McDonald's. And again, depending on your budget, you may also maybe consider or looking up some other restaurants in your town, but definitely not a McDonald's. No, maybe later in the future, once you get to know her and find out that she's okay with McDonald's, then it will be okay. But on the first date, no, you do not want to take her. You do not want to take a lady to McDonald's. I'm sorry. I had to say it, okay? I have nothing against McDonald's, because this girl here every now and then will get herself chicken nuggets, okay? And don't mess with my chicken nuggets. I've told everyone. But yes, that's every now and then. But I just would not like to go to McDonald's on a first date. No. Okay, and depending on how much you want to spend on this first date, will depend on your budget. Again, you may have to look up restaurants in your town, in your area, in your city, and figure out what your budget will be, And we will leave number 11 alone. Okay, so moving on to number 12, I have the gifts. And a lot of you are probably in shock, like, oh no, I gotta get her a gift. It doesn't have to be expensive, something small, maybe a flower. You don't have to get the full 12 dozen or the full flower bouquet. But even just depending on your budget, you may be able to afford a full bouquet or, a dozen of roses for this first date. Or it may be just at least one flower. And believe me, if she's not in love with you by now, she will be with the flowers. And with you, of course. But yes, and again, a lot of these notes that I took, will be great. They will impress her. So believe me. And so this will be helpful, very helpful. So again, on the flowers, one flower, just something small. I will not encourage you to go overboard on this first date as you are just getting to know her. But if you're attracted to her, or if you are really serious about her, definitely get her a small gift. And she will love it. Believe me, she will appreciate it and she will love the gift. And I also have a bonus here. On the last one for the bonus, I have being kind, being gentle and sweet, on the first romantic, you name it, that is the bonus. So if you are kind, gentle, I've already mentioned the generous, if you're generous. And so these are all great qualities for a man. So they're like the bonus here that I have here. So these are the notes I have for you all. I hope that this may help you in some way. And for 2022, we are cheering for all the gentlemen in 2022. Cheers for everyone. And we have the blues. Ta-da! Yes, yes. That will never go out of style. So, yes, we the ladies still are cheering for gentlemen. So thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you and see you all soon next time on my next video. Bye-bye. Have a good night.